Hello, hello, and hello. It is such a day, such a mighty fine day. Yeah, it's such a day, yeah, such a mighty fine day. Yeah. Woo! It is so much fun. You know, we're singers, we enjoy our voices. And I want you to enjoy not only your voice, but your success in singing. So I was listening to a podcast, and it was Ed Milet, and he had a guest on, Damar Hamlin. Now, a lot of you may have heard about him and what happened. So he is a safety for the Buffalo Bills. And in 2023, January 3rd, he had cardiac arrest. Now, not many of us, and those who have, my heart goes out to you, have had that serious a thing happen to them where that was it. They were down for the count. They were out. And he had all of his guys come on the field and be there for him. And he was in critical condition for 9 days. Now, on the Ed Milet podcast, Damar mentioned so many things that were important for all of us to learn from. And he's a young guy, but he's giving a lot of wisdom. And this is what Ed Milet had said too, that, you know, for a young guy, you have so much wisdom. So I want to paraphrase some things that he said for you going through hard times, because singing careers, artists, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, small business owners, I mean, all of us, it's not easy, right? It's very hard to have your career and to move forward and to go through the ups and downs. But his advice was exactly straight, exactly right, cutting down to it, the bottom line here. And this man knows he came back in that same year, 2023, he came back and he's playing. Now, that takes a lot of guts, right? So remember, you need to have guts. You need to be fearless. You need to not give up. So, singing success and decisions, okay? And before I go on, I got to tell you, you know my name is Marquita Waters, huh? Okay. And I sure hope that you leave a comment and subscribe, ring the bell, so you know when I put another video up, because I'm doing it all the time, and I want to share what I know because I'm an elder in singing, and I want to share what I know with you, because there's a lot that goes on, lots of ups and downs that you're going to go through, huh? So you need help, honey, because I know I need lots of help and encouragement too. I'm here to encourage you and to let you know you can make it through all the ups and downs. As Damar says, the ugly times. He went through an ugly time. And when he was talking to friends, a lot of times they didn't want to change their attitude. They didn't want to move on and take on the advice that he had that was so important that I'm going to give to you. I'm going to give that advice that he gave, and I'm going to tell you how it applies to us, okay? All right. So what he said is, and this is like one poignant thing to say, okay? Don't sit in a pool of pity. I'm going to say it again. Don't sit in a pool of pity, okay? When the audition doesn't go well, you can't sit around and be upset about it for like a week. You don't even want to waste a day on being upset. Your decision is, okay, that was one out of how many? You're going to only have one audition and then give up? You know how many people think that? And the ones that follow through with that are following through down like this way, going that way, not going this way, towards our talent. I know, I've been there, done that, and been down and allowed it to fester in my mind. And that's what you can't do, because careers are hard. And it's only like one audition. It's one thing. Okay? So don't get discouraged. Don't sit in a pool of pity. Now, he didn't create that saying. He heard it from somebody else. I wish I knew who the first person was. But with social media and so much that is out there, sometimes it's hard to know the beginning person and who said it first. So whoever said it first, our hats are off to you, because you're wonderful, okay? And he said, when you're going through the hard times, he called them ugly times, like I said, and sometimes they are ugly. Sometimes it's brutal when a director says something to you, or a producer. You're in the studio and they're just like on top of you to do, and you're like, oh my gosh, okay? So it's hard to get through those times, but you need to. And for you to succeed, you need to do these things. I'm setting it up with you mentally first, because so much of the time it is a mental thing that we have to decide to push through. Okay, so I started with the ending and bringing up the beginning. How are you going to have success? It's like anything else. Okay, you got to write it, you got to look at it, you got to do it, and then you got to stick with it. Could almost be a song, Okay, write it, look at it, do it, stick with it. Write it. Write down your goals. I just went over my goals with Anu Gunn. You got to look him up, anugunn.com, okay? He's wonderful. He did my music videos. He took lessons for 3 years. We are good buddies, and he's my spiritual kid, okay, who has 2 kids, okay? But Anu and I were talking about our careers. And yes, I love to give to you. But I'm also a singer. I have a career. And a lot of the times, the years, I just let it go. Confession time. I didn't work on that career. And I didn't write anything down. I just kept going. I didn't believe in myself. But I also didn't do the hard work a lot of that time. I coasted through. I helped a lot of other people. I've helped a lot of people work through their problems, get back on stage, not have problems with their voice. Like one had nodes, a few had nodes. And they got rid of those nodes and go on. They went on, and there was one lady who came in that her speaking voice was really down here. And I went through that too. And that was in my 20s. So I helped her, took lessons. She has a clear voice now. Okay, so I was busy helping people, but I let my career go. That's not going to happen now. I'm singing more, and I am coming out and giving, and I love doing this with you guys too. Okay? But remember, you've got to write down what your goals are. And as Anu put it today, your end goal. And so many people say, you got to know where you want to go. And Damar knew where he wanted to go. He always knew, and he practiced harder, just like all the people that have goals. They really work hard at it. I work hard. I don't just sit here and talk to you. I set up the lights. I go through the sound. I do all kinds of things. I do a lot of prep, and I give it to you. It's a gift to give to you. So you better respect it and do the things I'm saying, huh? Okay. All right. Oh, listen to that voice. Okay. All right. You've got to write it down. Write down your goals, okay? And then he said, look at it. Now, yes, you need to look at it. You need to remind yourself of the goals that you have said you want to have. And in books that I've read, they've also said that you have to continually look at your goals, and you're going to tweak them, and your goals will change. My goals changed. I used to love running. And I was All-American in the 5K and the 10K. I've done marathons. I have medals all over the place. I love running. And my goal was to be an award winner. Actually, it wasn't that. It was just to run. I love to run. But I ended up being an award winner in my age group. And that took over. It's like, that's what I wanted. I loved, getting first, second, third place. And it just thrilled my life. So goals will change. And then I went back to my first love, which was singing. And I'm still there and I'm sticking with it, because it really is, it's part of me. It comes out. Our singing comes out from the depth of us, right? It's our instrument is in here. So we're the instrument and the player. So keep looking at your goals to keep yourself on a steady course. And then you got to do it. You got to do the hard work. It's like, don't sit in a pool of pity. You got to do the work. And what was the other thing that he said? Yeah, the hard, the ugly. You're going to go through them. You're going to go through hard times. And that's what I said in the beginning. You're going to go through hard times, but you got to keep doing it. You can't sit and you can't just keep it in your head and want it and think about your goal and write it down and, look at it. You've got to follow through with action, because all of that, looking at it and wanting it and desiring it, doesn't do a thing if you don't put action behind and in front of and in back of all your thoughts. Action is what's going to make it happen. And write down what actions you have to have. Look at those actions each week, each day. Okay? And then you got to stick with it. If you don't stick with it and do continual, it won't build in momentum. See, I've been doing these videos for a long time. If you look on YouTube, if you look on, at my thing, MarquitaWaters.com, you'll see, or YouTube.com/Marquita Waters. Then, and don't forget to subscribe, okay, would you? Then you will see that I've got a lot of videos. I've done this. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm consistent. And my singing, I've been doing that. I'm 76. I'm soon going to be 77. I mean, really? Can you believe it? Yeah. Okay? But I'm still singing. I haven't stopped. Look at all the artists that are coming in. They haven't stopped. Why? And some of them haven't done things and they've jumped back into the game. So don't leave the game. Don't just do it for a little bit and get frustrated because it's hard. Did Damar get frustrated and just stop because he was knocked out? He stopped. His whole life stopped. He stopped. He didn't stop. He didn't stop. He fought, made it through, and he got back in the game as soon as he could, because that's what he wants to do. That's it, no matter what. And God has blessed him. He admits his higher power. So do I. Big Daddy. Woohoo! Okay? What are you going to do? Are you going to follow through on your talent? And are you going to stick with it? That's it. Those last two are the secrets. They're the secrets for what's going to happen in your life, whether or not you have success, singing success, your career success. It's your decisions. Singing success, can I say the S's? Singing success and decisions. That's what it's all about. You're making decisions. Are you going to write it down? Are you going to look at it? Are you going to stick with it? And are you going to keep doing it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to stick with it? My order was a little bit off, but you get the idea, right? You got to. It's your career. It's your love. And if it's anything in your life, that's what you're going to do. You want to achieve anything in your personal life or your professional life, you've got to do these same things. Listen to Damar Hamlin and listen to me. You're worthy of great things if you only allow yourself to do them. Do and stick with them. Okay? All right. Love you. Okay? Remember my song in the name of that book. I will not grow weary, Lord, though sometimes I do. Oh, I will not grow weary, Lord. I'm holding on to you. All that stands before me can't compare to what I know is true. And what is true? That if you do the hard work, you will feel good inside. The success is every day doing what you say you were going to do and be happy about that. Okay? Woohoo! All right. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. Go and check out MarquitaWaters.com. Get a hold of me. I'd love to help you. All right. Bye-bye.